There you go. All right. All right. I am streaming, and I think I'm hearing the audio correctly. Anyways, hello everybody. I won't be able to stream for long tonight. I'm just testing out a few things. I noticed my last stream had an audio echo. Trying to make sure I get rid of that. But if you're just tuning in, thank you. We've got Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 here. Been playing this game nonstop. I love it. I mean, it's guy's flaws, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. Anyways, let's just turn that up there. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, hello. Let me just pause that real quick. I got a little message here. Alright, just texting my girlfriend. Anyways, my name is Snake Vape on the streaming community, but those in the gaming community know me as Snake373. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. If you don't know, this is Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, and we have put quite some time into it already. We put quite some time. So we're deep into this game. Oh. Now, I'm streaming these cutscenes because a lot of people want me to do that. They want to see some of the cutscenes, so why not? But I'm not mainly here to show the story. If we're all being honest, I'm here to test out the audio quality of the stream, make sure there's no audio echo, make sure there's no audio echo at all. Make sure that everything sounds good and everything sounds the way it should, volume wise and all that. Alright, hopefully my girlfriend will help me out here and seeing what the problem was. Seeing if I fixed that audio echo. Now, there was a... I didn't know this because I wasn't aware of it, but last stream, that included a little bit of Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. That stream, unbeknownst to me and my girlfriend, um, there was a pretty nasty audio echo that wasn't so bad in the Super Mario Maker 2 game, but it was pretty bad towards the end, especially in this game. So I picked this game to test the audio again, see if I hear the audio echo like where it just sounds horrible. Yes, mistress. Okay. Shit. All right. As you can see, Spider-Man is not messing around. He went for all. Huh. Okay, he's down. Holy shit! Fat man on alert. Oh, somebody revive Spidey. Oh, screw you. Oh. Yeah. All right. I'm back in the game again. I'm sorry. I'm trying to like look at my phone and do my phone thing and play at the same time. Anyways, so I hope that I get a good enough amount of footage to look back and verify if my audio has been fixed. I'm hoping. In fact, you know what? Let me go ahead and do this right here just to make sure. Okay. I'm hoping people can hear me good. If not, I can move this a little closer. Yeah, right there. What's going on, people? Back to the game. Oh, yeah, back to the game. Woo! All right. Fat man's almost down. Marsh. Oh, I didn't get to say the mellow. Now, if y'all wondering what I'm doing, I like to have access to all the heroes possible. Having that said, I am leveling up um, all the heroes to be equal. Some of them obviously are not. Some, as you'll see, some of them are way leveled up. But I'm trying to bring them all up one by one. In fact, speaking of one by one, just go ahead and yeah, just unleash all that stuff right there. Yeah. Oh my God, he's still not down. Okay. Sorry, I also have little dogs trying to walk across me. Shit. Spidey, I need you. I don't know. Is he gonna go down? Come on, go down. No, you actually didn't hit him at all. Wow. Wow. Okay. Let's take a step back here and ooh, Mickey, you need to hold on, Mickey. Mickey, you're just like everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Okay, sorry. He was climbing over all the cables and shit, you know, and I can't have that. He weighs quite a bit, and these cables are a lot less weighty than he is. All right. I've done this so many times, yet I'm not tired of it. I'm not tired of it at all. You know, if I were gonna, you know, I did complete the game. So if I wanted to do a review, this would be kind of different. This would be kind of different. I'd probably call this a broadcast review. My official review for Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3: The Black Order. I say it's a good game. I like it. I have no quarries, no qualms. I don't know. I have no problems with this game. Now, I gotta break it down a little more as far as controls go. Oh, yay! The audio's good. Thank you, baby. Thank you, baby. Yay. Uh, so, where do I begin with Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3? Um, it's got more characters than the other two. I think I've said that before. I like that. Most of these characters are either characters that are have been in MCU before, possibly might will be later, and a little bit of everything in the middle. They blend them in pretty nicely. Hey, thank you. Gonna love that message. All right. So, mm, it's just I like this game. I like this game, and okay. Well, I guess let me just start with the good things. The good things. A lot of people don't say this about the graphics, but I personally like the graphics. I think the lighting engine in this game is really nice. I think the texture work is pretty good. Yeah, it's cartoony and a little animated, but you know what? That's okay with me. because the first Marvel Ultimate Alliance was very comic booky in this sense of where they, uh, they got from the comic books as far as characters, appearances, and storylines. Um, but with this one, it feels. No, I'm not gonna say this. Actually, I will say this. This feels like what Infinity War would have been if we had introduced a lot more characters, like I really want X Men now, and well, you know what, we might. I don't know. Mar- Disney bought 20th Century Fox. We don't know. Anyways, the story here, it's not interesting, but it does feature your favorite characters, and they all get their moments to shine at one point or another in the story, except for four characters, which are hidden secret characters that you have to unlock with the Infinity Rift trials, which are these challenges that you unlock by connecting side challenge. You know what? I'll talk about that later. But they they mix comic book and Marvel Cinematic Universe here in a way that I didn't think would work, but it does. So, like Scarlet Witch, for example, Scarlet Witch looks like a comic book counterpart, sounds like her movie counterpart. Um, you got a lot of characters that I did want to play as at one point or another in Marvel Ultimate Alliance, and then yeah, I'm gonna say it's because of the Marvel movies. But you know what? I get to play them here, and then there for 1999 you get a season pass, which will give you characters from things like Punisher, for Fantastic Four, and I don't know what else. I mean, all the way to 2020. So that's DLC you'll be getting fresh. Um, what else is good? So the character list is good. The character selection is good. Um, I don't have a problem with any of these characters, even the ones that I don't know about. I don't have a problem with those characters either. I like to know about them. Um, the story, like I said, it's not important, but it does give you a reason to go to the Ultron era of yeah. Well, this is the way I see it. Like this kind of replicates a return to Avengers: Age of Ultron, and then there in the very beginning of the game, you're gonna have to fight Ronan. So that's like a revisitation to uh, the first Guardians of the Galaxy, and well, like that's what this game is. This game feels like a revisitation to a lot of familiar places, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's some also new places, but mostly the same. Especially the Dark Realm. Holy shit! It looks like they designed it kind of, sort of like the Doctor Strange movies. Might have. Anyways, I'm not putting some gameplay in here. I'm just talking. Um, but the story isn't so bad that actually it's not bad at all. It's just not noteworthy. It's not inspiring. I feel like the only reason it has to exist is so that we can have a reason to go back to these places or fight these villains. And I think that's it. I don't think there's any character development for anybody. But you know what? That's fine. I don't expect to have character development in my Marvel Ultimate Alliance except for when I'm leveling them up with their stats. And we're going to talk about stats here in a second because holy shit. So, the character list, the graphics, the sound, serviceable. They sound like like one of those Japanese RPG voiceover. Like okay, like Bayonetta. The way that the characters talked in Bayonetta, and how they phrased and how they were a little over enthusiastic sometimes about what they were saying, or they're like they got that Japanese humor. Anyway, like the Japanese humor that I'm talking about is like the anime, uh, like when characters just like oh, like Speed Racer did that a lot, and South Park made fun of that too. Um, but yeah, and they got that kind of like directing when it comes to the cutscenes, and it's not that bad. I don't hate it at all. It's different. It's not what I was expecting. It's a little more animated than I'm used to, but I like that as well. It grew on me. Let me just make sure. I'm just trying to level up to level 30. Once someone reaches level 30, I switch them out. What else do I like? Some of the level design is simple, but I don't have a problem with it. It's open areas. They're pretty good. Um, I know there's one more good thing that I am failing to mention. Um, I'd say the visuals for the attacks. I'm not. This is different from graphics. Graphics is stuff like textures and like lighting stuff. This is more like the actual animations and effects. If I remember correctly, I read maybe in Game Informer. Can't remember, but I'm pretty sure it's Game Informer because I don't. That's the only magazine I read right now. Um, they said that they wanted every character's attacks to look like amazing and spectacular, and so that's why this game can at times feel like a little bit of an overload on the senses. But they wanted to make sure that every character felt visceral and all their attacks were very pleasing to the eye. And so that will go explain why there's all these different effects for each character that's over dramatic. And I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. I like it. I like it. Um, but now we're gonna start going into the things this game does wrong. Not doesn't do wrong. The things I didn't like about it. First off, the way they designed the leveling system in this game. Okay, so every level. Look at this. It says Avengers Tower. Underneath that says Mighty. That's the difficulty, and right next to that is the level, which is the level of difficulty the enemies or bosses are gonna be at. So this is a level 15. Right now, I have no problems. I'm way over leveled, right? I'm feeling like a superhero. But as you go on, you will find the levels will surpass your character's levels if you've been switching them out, if you've been, going for other characters that are lower level. What this basically means is that for a good part of the video game, at least the first go through, you're gonna have to stick with a team or at least switch to the latest character that just got revealed, because if you try to go to a lower level character at something like this level, and believe me, like, you'll get to level 24 and then your character is at level 19. It's like, what the hell. But anyways, so the leveling system I don't like at all. Every individual character gets leveled. That's cool. Problem is, the levels themselves, the difficulty, it just it surpasses your leveling abilities the first go around. And second, when you I'm gonna keep playing. When when you put this many characters, right, and you flaunt about each of them being unique and special, and I did forget to mention that the every character feels unique in some way. I mean, this is the most. I would say this is the most paid attention to, with details for each character, because each character feels like they play different, feels like they are completely unique. Even the characters like Spider-Man and Spider-Gwen and Miles Morales, they feel different enough to where they're their own characters, and you don't ever feel like you're playing just a role. You feel like you're playing a hero, but only if you're playing it like I have, which is repeatedly leveling up some characters, which I've been leveling up, trying to level up all these characters at least to level 30, keep this in the game going, because when I get to these later levels, I'm gonna have to be level 40, level 50, level 60. I don't want to just stick with 4 characters, because then all these other characters, there's no point to them if I can't even use them. It's even worse when you try to use them and you don't feel like a superhero. It's really bad. So the leveling system just sucks. It just wasn't done right here, at least not in my opinion. They had the right idea with leveling up each character, but they implemented it so bad. So that's the first wrong with this game. Second wrong with this game, some people will state this. I will have to state this. The frame rate will chug, especially when it's, heavy duty, everybody activating their powers and stuff. And that's because of the sensory overload, like I said, that they give you with each power. Like this is just a web, this is just a web shot, but it just looks, sounds, and feels more visceral than any other web shot before. Look at this one. I mean, that's I like that all, and he could shoot webs when he's like each character can do something different, but now it sounds like I'm going a good way with this. No, 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 no. This is a bad way. This is the controls. The controls suck. And let me explain. If anybody out there who's played Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutants in Manhattan, I don't know, I forgot exactly if that's what it's called. I believe Projects or Deep Silver worked on that one as well. Anybody who's played that will know what I'm saying when I say the controls here are just like TMNT Mutants in Manhattan. That's the I think the full title. I'm too lazy to check. You know what? No, I'm not too. I'm not too lazy to check. Yeah, and the way that you have okay, so you've got one button right here. That's your light attack. That will never change. You would think, okay, maybe just like YYX or YYYYX. No. So X will, for Spider Man, will always be this. And the Y will always equal this if you keep pressing it. And the only difference between pressing X at the end and pressing X anywhere else is that you just do this animation earlier. That's it. It doesn't feel like any of these buttons really connect. It doesn't feel like this game really has any combos when you can only really make a combo with one. And then there's some who say, yeah, you can make a combo with both buttons. And yeah, I mean, that's so artificial. Like none of the animations change. You just interrupt one animation to play the same other one. I thought that was really whack. And yet there's some strategy in how to use them. But to be honest, I don't like it. I don't want to have to play just one way with one character all the time. I want to be versatile. I want to be able to, you know, find something that's unique about them that that makes me want to keep trying to find new things about them. Like for example, I I'll play as these characters and I'll keep doing the attacks, but you know what? I would just wish they had adapted the button combo kind of scheme they had for the last two games. That worked out right. I didn't think they had to change it, but anyways, does that make this game simple to play? Absolutely, but here's where the controls get a little complicated now. So if I hold my right bumper down, it only shows me four powers. And I'm going to get into a minute how this game kind of takes from both Marvel 1 and 2 and kind of mix this into a hodgepodge of three. So I have four powers with the face buttons. So it's really kind of hard to tell at first. You're gonna have to kind of figure it out or already know how it goes with the Marvel games where if you hold a button down for one attack, it'll charge it up, and then for another attack, if you keep pressing that button, it'll just repeat the attack. And that's okay, that's fine. So here's what I was talking about when I was talking about what they implemented from 1 and 2. So what they implemented from Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 was the fact that they had four special powers. That's it. That Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 had a huge amount of different powers for each character to use. But I think 4 is a lot doable. It's, I mean, it's easier on my mind when I'm OCD. I have so many options for attacks. But anyways, they took that from Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, and then they took the ultimate, like the big ultimate attack style mechanic from the Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1. And what do I mean that? Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 had the fusion attacks, which had the two characters like interact with each other. When they wanted to pull off a super big ass move that kills everybody. The problem with this here is they kind of did that, and they kind of, like I said, did with what Ultimate Alliance 1 did, and they did the just unique power to each character that's OP and clears a room. And then they took that and mixed it with Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, which basically interacts those powers and slightly changes the animations based on who and what's being done, and who's interacting with them. But the animations change ever so slightly, and that's the only area where you start to see, the same animations across multiple characters. So the controls I don't like. The leveling system in this game I don't like. You know what? Let me show you that right here. So these are ISO 8s. These are crystals that'll give you a stat boost depending on what crystal it is, how big it is, and how upgraded you have it. These stats are so little. I mean, maybe not the huge crystals, but like these, fully upgraded, only 6.2%. Anyways, so these will give you stat boosts in addition to your already character stats, and then you get these AP points. And you would use these AP points, and I don't know, I forgot what the middle currency is, but you would use that to upgrade each individual power. Now, the way this works is if you look at the stats, it only upgrades, like, okay, so you already know, look, you know what it's going to upgrade when you see the rank up bonus. That's clearly laying out all the upgrades for the attacks. So you'll get an increase in attack damage, and then you'll get an increase to stagger gauge. And then you see right above that, damage, stagger, EPUs, attack type, synergy tree. Look, to be honest with you, I don't really know what the hell piercing, barrage, all the okay, synergy trait, barrage. I kind of understand what those are. Those are where each character has a special ability where they can keep on just going rapid fire attack. Like Wolverine here, for example, has his claw strike, so he could just keep on going as long as I keep pressing the button. When I stop, he'll unleash one big attack and it'll just like knock everything out. Yeah, I can go on and on about the controls here, but we gotta talk about the big thing. The Infinity Rifts are also leveled, which means that you will need to bring a character that's on par to that level of the challenge, and that goes without saying, but let me tell you, there's only two ways to level up, and you can grind in the Infinity Rifts, or you can play the story like I have. I've been enjoying the story. But point I'm trying to make is they locked away 4 cool characters behind these Infinity Rift trials, and some of them are bullshit. You gotta be more OP than you planned to take down, and even just clear some of these Infinity Rift trials. They're just so difficult. If you're not leveled, or if you're not just OP as hell. So as you can see here, I'm not activating a lot of specials, but let me show you how this works. So everybody activates their ultimates, You could see the frame rate kind of dipping, and you could also see just like all the crazy shit. So now you'll notice it's not like Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 where the each character like uniquely animates with another character to synergize, but it is like Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 where if you you activate your ultimate, it'll uh, interact with someone else's, and then it'll increase damage. But it won't necessarily be unique animations to two different characters. They're basically just like overlapping. Um, ooh. Now, if you also hold down the right trigger, you'll see here that I have four, sometimes three circles flashing with the character's icon and my attack. So basically, if I press that corresponding face button, that character and I are going to unleash or synergize an attack. And for single player, you can do this, and it's amazing. Um, if you don't want to activate it, you just wait for someone else to activate their special, and then you press the A button if if you get it in time, and then end with a synchronized attack. Let me see here. So, what does this game mean to me? I have been waiting for Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 to come out. I've been waiting so long, and I have been following and researching all that Marvel Ultimate Alliance has to offer. And there was a point where I was like, this is not going to happen. Like, Activision lost the rights to Marvel. Um, and nobody was saying anything, and then this game happens, and it's like they have all the characters that I would want. I didn't even talk about the team bonuses because like it's so ridiculous. I'm probably not even gonna get that far into it. But yeah, I mean, and not only that, but some of them look like their movie counterpart. Most of them will look like their comic book counterpart. Um, I gotta say, there's not well. I mean, there are characters I would want in here, but as a standalone package, I think it has checked off a lot of boxes for me in the character. I know I talked about the character selection before. I gotta say it again because this is the most out of any Marvel Ultimate Alliance game. This is the most, and it is the most centric themed. Like, I mean, even characters like I'm pretty sure everyone's mentioned Crystal and Elsa Bloodstone. Two characters I didn't know about until I did know about Crystal, but vaguely from Lego Marvel superheroes too. But I have a feeling deep down. I have a feeling that we're gonna get some information down the movie or TV line about these two characters, maybe in the making. Anyways, um, let me go see here. Yep, I'm satisfied with that. And now the biggest thing for me, not the not the game, just for me, are the alternate costumes. So when you complete some trials or when you get enough stars, depending on who it's unlocking, you'll get a second costume. And I've unlocked a lot of alternate costumes at this point. Not all of them, but enough of them. And let me tell you, even though the costumes look right, all they are color swaps. I shit you not. You could already tell with him it was a color swap. Now, yeah, okay, spider armor, gotcha. Yeah, okay, the costume with the headpiece from Winter Soldier, maybe, or in Endgame if this color scheme was washed out, maybe. I don't know. Point is that this is the worst alternate costume selection this series has ever seen. The first one offered four different costumes, great. The second one offered two very detailed costumes, fine. But this isn't even detailed. It's just swapped the color palette. And yes, it's even for characters that I didn't even know how to separate color pattern. Okay, so I'm gonna show you these four, and that's it. Mainly because these are the only four I've unlocked. But I mean, no, I've unlocked more. Okay, so tell me what you would think their color swap would be. Black Widow and Miss Marvel. Do you think Black Widow would be in a like a lighter black, like an almost charcoal gray color? Would you think Miss Marvel would be like a I don't know, red, white, and green? Maybe. I don't know. I don't even know what their color swap was supposed to be. But these are their color swaps. I don't even know about this. I don't even know about this. And this one, sure, fine. I'm still getting used to the original colors. But if you want to go ahead and swap it out on me like that and tell me that this color pattern means something, but I don't think that the effort was put into here. But I do think that the effort will be put if they listen to the people, if they listen to the people about their complaints about this game. Then I feel like they'll be able to give us some skins that are worth it. The reason I say that is because, strangely, when I got the season pass, it gives you Deadpool in this skin. Look how different this skin is from all the other alternate skins I've showed you so far. Look how look how different it is. Don't believe me? Look at that. He is that I like it, but the fact that this looks so different, it's a completely different outfit. I like it. I don't even give a shit that it has no that it may or may not have comic book value historically. I don't give a shit. The point is that they can do completely different costumes. Maybe they're saving that for the season pass. I don't know. But that was my biggest to the point. So why do I still play and love this game? Because it's Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I'm biased. I'm biased with them. I've loved that idea and concept since they've implemented it, and it's worked well for me. And I I'm probably gonna say that of all the games I own, Marvel Ultimate Alliance, I'm the biggest fan of. I bought Marvel Ultimate Alliance on the Wii. Yes, the Wii. I bought Marvel Ultimate Alliance on the PC. Yes, the PC also. I bought it on the PSP. I bought it on the Game Boy Advance. And I bought it on the Xbox 360. And that is Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1. Not any. This the same game. I have my reasons, and I'm if people want me to, I'll go into that. But I'll just say that for another day right now. Um, in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, I kind of did the same thing. PSP version, a PS3 version, PC version, no Game Boy Advance version of that one, sadly. Um, but yeah, I played all of those, and I played them repeatedly. I was playing them even before this game. I was still playing them fresh. Just the fun idea of getting all these characters that you've grown to love and enjoy, and seeing them in a storyline that you can kind of have part in unraveling, and that's how I see it, and it's fine. Because I can pick up at any point in the story and not be too overwhelmed with character backgrounds and stuff. Like, oh my god, what am I supposed to do? Oh, hold on a second, guys. The voice meter has messed up. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Got it back. All right. So, yeah, it's just fun to play. Um, they could do better, but as it stands, I like that I can kind of just get to a point finally where my characters will be OP. And if you're wondering if that's going to be like the rest of the game, don't worry about it. They have a new difficulty level that unlocks when you beat it on mastery or friendly. I forgot the difficulty levels. I'm sorry, but and that will start the game off at level 42 difficulty instead of level whatever 5 difficulty. So there's still chance to level up characters even when they get past the original top level end game. Um, I don't believe in scores, but people do. So I give this a 7 out of 10. And why don't I believe in scores? Because I could just tell you right now if I could recommend it or not. And honestly, if you like Marvel Ultimate Alliance, you probably already have it. If not, you gotta get it. $60, yes, it's a lot, but because of the way they design things, you're encouraged to play through multiple times, and you're encouraged to try new characters. Okay, you're encouraged to try new characters as they give them to you, because some characters, when they get introduced in the story, they get introduced to the story at the same level as the level they're introduced in. Um, so yeah, like the last few um, heroes ended up being part of what I consider to be my prime team, which is the highest level. Oh damn it! Hold on. Uh, you gotta love Voice Banana. It's messing up again. Just bear with me on the audio side. I'm getting that fixed right now. Okay, there we go. Holy shit. Anyways, okay. S- But yeah, $60. I'd still recommend buying it because it does have that longevity, and sadly, that's the thing that keeps me going. The thing that my characters will gradually get stronger, learn new powers, and then I get to take new characters into places they weren't high enough level to get to before. That's good. And the way that I can get these characters leveled up. Look, even the easiest way to do it is when people do Infinity Rift trials or something, they get these little XP cubes. You can just feed them a whole bunch of XP cubes and get them to whatever level you want them to be. Um, I don't do this because this kind of robs. Well, I do this for some characters, and it's only the characters that need to be a certain level in the Infinity Rift trials to unlock their alternate costumes. Because a few trials will be one hero centric, where you just got control of one hero, and if you clear it, you get their alternate costume. It's not, I should say color swap. It's not even a skin or costume. It's just color swap. But anyways, so if you have been on the fence about Marvel Ultimate Alliance because of what they've been saying, because you're not really too sure, you don't know what you like, you don't know if what you see is what you like. If you pick, okay, I'm gonna do something here. If if I were to lose this game, which I can't, it's digital. But if I were to lose it, would I buy it back? Yes, I would. Because at the end of the day, it's your favorite Marvel characters, probably characteristically and attitude wise and voice acting, their most character they've ever been. Like Spider Man is even voiced by the same voice actor from the PS4 Spider Man. Same thing with Miles Morales. So they, there's this authenticity you just can't get with any other game. that's not Marvel right now. Or that's not Ultimate Alliance. I know Square Enix is working on an Avengers game. That's got its own appeal. This one does too. And like I said, the graphics to me, I don't even think they're that bad. Um, sure, they're way more colorful, but isn't that what we want them to be? Just a little more. Well, just a little more colorful. Anyways, guys, thank you for tuning in and sticking with me. I know I didn't give a complete playthrough of a level or anything, but that wasn't quite the point. I think this is where I'm gonna have to end the stream because tomorrow's Friday and I work. But for all those who tuned in, I appreciate you, and I hope next time we can go for a little longer and get ourselves into a little more crazy stuff with these characters. I am Snake373, or as the streaming community knows me as, Snake Vape, signing out and wishing y'all have a good night.